Welcome to the channel. We're so glad you're here. We love you, and God bless you more. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update or new video from us. Stay connected and be the first to watch our latest content.
You know, I've been thinking a lot lately about the kind of family I want to have. I guess it's something I've always dreamed about, even when I was a little girl. The idea of creating a home that's filled with love, laughter, and a sense of togetherness, it's just so important to me.
I feel the same way. I picture us having a place where we're really close-knit. I want a family where everyone feels safe to be themselves, where our kids can grow up knowing they're loved and supported no matter what. I think about the values I want to pass on to them: kindness, resilience, and the courage to chase their dreams.
Exactly. I want our home to be that sanctuary, you know. A place where we can all come together after a long day and just feel at peace. I picture us sitting around the dinner table, talking about our days, laughing at the little things. It's those moments that I think will mean the most. And holidays, too. I can't wait to start our own traditions, things our kids will look forward to every year.
Oh, definitely. I've always imagined having these big family gatherings where everyone's laughing, sharing stories, maybe even a little friendly competition with board games. And when it comes to our kids, I want to be the kind of dad who's present, who's there for all the important moments, and the small ones too. I want them to feel like they can talk to me about anything, that I'll always have their back.
I know you'll be an amazing dad. I can already see you teaching them so much, being their biggest cheerleader. And I want to be the kind of mom who nurtures their creativity and curiosity, who helps them find their way in the world without pushing them in any direction that's not right for them.
You're going to be an incredible mom, Angela. The way you care about people, your patience, and your understanding, it's inspiring. I can see us working together as a team, supporting each other through the ups and downs. I think that's key, don't you? Being on the same page and helping each other grow.
Definitely. I want us to be partners in every sense of the word, not just as parents, but as a couple. We'll need to communicate, to listen to each other, and to always be honest about our feelings. That's how we'll keep our relationship strong, so we can be the best for our kids.
You're right. And that's why, honestly, I don't want to wait too long to start building this life together. I've been thinking about it a lot, and Angela, I want us to get married. I want us to start this journey as soon as possible, to make these dreams a reality.
I love that you're so ready to take this step. It means a lot to me that you see our future so clearly.
It feels like forever since we last caught up. How have you been?
I know, right? Life's been pretty hectic lately. But I'm good, just trying to balance everything. What about you? How are things going?
Honestly, it's been a bit tough. I've been without a boyfriend since I broke up with the last guy. It's strange, you know. I thought I'd be fine, but sometimes it gets lonely.
I get that. Breakups are hard, even when you know it's for the best. I've actually been through a breakup recently too. Daniel and I decided to end things.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. I thought you two were doing okay.
Yeah, so did I for a while. But, in the end, it just wasn't right for either of us. The good news is, I'm in a much better place now. I'm actually dating James, and things have been amazing. We're even planning a wedding soon.
Really? That's incredible, Angela. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. It's all happening so fast, but it feels right. James is just... he's everything I've ever wanted in a partner. We've been talking a lot about our future, and I can see us building a beautiful life together.
I can totally see that. Actually, James is a really nice person. I remember meeting him a few times, and he always seemed so kind and genuine. You two are a great match.
He really is. I feel so lucky to have found someone like him. He's thoughtful, supportive, and he just gets me in a way that no one else has. I'm excited about what's ahead for us.
You deserve all the happiness in the world, Angela. It's great to see you so happy and in love. And I'm sure your wedding is going to be beautiful. I can't wait to hear all about it as the plans come together.
Thank you. It means a lot to have your support. And don't worry, you'll be in the loop with everything. I'm so excited to share this journey with my closest friends.
I wouldn't miss it for anything. And who knows, maybe your love story with James will inspire something special in my own life down the road.
I'm sure it will. Love finds us when we least expect it. Until then, just focus on yourself and what makes you happy. Everything else will fall into place.
You're right. I'm going to take it one day at a time and see where life leads me. And in the meantime, I'll be here cheering you on as you and James start this new chapter together.
Thanks. That means a lot to me. We're in this together, no matter what comes our way.
Sarah, I wasn't expecting to see you here.
Yeah, I just dropped by to say hi. I was in the neighborhood and thought I'd stop in for a quick visit.
Well, it's good to see you. How have you been?
I've been all right, just taking things one day at a time. But there's something I've been meaning to ask you, actually.
Sure, what's on your mind?
I hope this doesn't come off the wrong way, but I wanted to make sure you know about Angela. You're aware that she's had abortions before, right?
Yeah, she told me about it. We had an open conversation about her past, and she explained everything. She was really honest, and I respect that. She made it clear that it was a difficult time for her, and she sees it as a mistake, but it doesn't change how I feel about her.
She told you herself? I didn't know she was so open about it with you.
She was. We're building our relationship on trust, so she felt it was important to be upfront about everything. We've all made choices in the past, and what matters to me is who she is now and what we're building together. I care about her deeply, and I'm not going to let her past define our future.
I see. I didn't mean to pry or cause any tension. I just wanted to make sure you were aware, that's all.
I appreciate that you care, Sarah. But trust me, Angela and I are solid. We've talked through a lot of things, and we're focused on moving forward together.
That's good to hear. She's lucky to have someone like you who's so understanding. I just want the best for her, and for you too.
Thanks. It means a lot to know you're looking out for her. But don't worry, I'm all in. We're going to make this work, no matter what.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all feeling blessed today. I wanted to take a moment to remind you about the special programs we have lined up this week. It's going to be a time of fellowship, learning, and spiritual growth, and I encourage each and every one of you to be available. Your presence will not only bless you, but it will also strengthen our community as we come together in faith. We'll be diving deeper into the Word, sharing testimonies, and uplifting each other in prayer. So, please make it a priority to attend. What's going on back there? Is everything all right? Let's try to keep the focus on the message. And if there's something that needs attention, you can address it after the service.
Angela, can we talk for a moment? I can see that you're upset, and I just want to help you calm down. I know there's been some tension between you and Sarah, but maybe we can find a way to settle this matter better, without letting it escalate further.
She tried to destroy my relationship. She went to James and brought up things from my past, things I shared with him in confidence. How could she do that? I trusted her, and she betrayed me.
I understand how hurt and betrayed you must feel. What she did was wrong, but we need to approach this situation with a calm heart. You and Sarah have a long history, and letting this come between you is only causing more pain. Plus, this disagreement has disrupted the church program today. The congregation is concerned, and it's affecting the peace of our community.
I didn't want any of this to happen. I just don't understand why she would do something like that. I thought we were friends, and now it feels like she's trying to ruin everything I've worked for.
I know it feels that way right now, but anger and resentment won't bring healing. The best thing we can do is to try to understand each other and resolve this with love and patience. The church is a place for unity and reconciliation. I'm sure we can find a way to restore peace, but it'll take both of you coming together and working through this.
I heard about what happened, and I have to say, it was very wrong. Confrontations like that can cause more harm than good, especially in a place where we're supposed to be fostering peace and understanding.
But Pastor, you know what she did. How could I just stay quiet when she tried to sabotage my relationship? I felt like I had to speak up.
I understand how hurt you must feel, Angela. But don't you know that sometimes the best thing to say is nothing at all? Silence can be more powerful than words in certain situations. Let me give you an example from the life of an eagle. When storms approach, most birds seek shelter, but the eagle soars higher, rising above the storm. It doesn't fight the storm. It simply rises above it. There's wisdom in knowing when to stay silent and rise above the situation rather than getting caught in the storm.
Am I really expected to stay quiet in the face of such an attitude? How do I just let it go when it feels so unfair?
There are situations where silence is not a sign of weakness, but of strength and wisdom. Sometimes, saying nothing is the most powerful response. It allows you to maintain your dignity and keep peace. Proverbs 17:28 says, "Even fools are thought wise if they keep silent, and discerning if they hold their tongues." By staying silent, you avoid adding fuel to the fire, and you give yourself time to reflect and respond with wisdom rather than anger. Certainly. Here are 5 situations where maintaining silence can be particularly beneficial. 1. During heated arguments. In the midst of heated arguments, when emotions surge and voices escalate, it's often tempting to add your own words to the fray. However, responding in the heat of the moment frequently exacerbates the situation, leading to deeper conflict and emotional wounds. This is where the wisdom of silence becomes invaluable. When people are embroiled in a passionate argument, their judgments can become clouded by anger and frustration. Proverbs 14:29 says, "Whoever is slow to anger has great understanding, but one who has a hasty temper exalts folly." This verse highlights the importance of being slow to anger and suggests that wisdom is found in patience and restraint. By choosing silence, you create a space for your emotions to settle and your thoughts to clear, allowing for a more measured and thoughtful response. Silence in such moments serves as a tool for cooling down and gaining perspective. When we speak out of anger, our words can be sharp and hurtful, potentially causing irreparable damage to relationships. Proverbs 15:1 offers further guidance. "A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger." This verse underscores the power of calm and gentle responses in diffusing tension, which is often only possible when one refrains from speaking hastily. Taking time to reflect during an argument allows for better understanding of the root causes of the conflict and the other person's perspective. James 1:19 advises, "Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak and slow to become angry." This scriptural wisdom emphasizes the importance of listening and processing before responding. By remaining silent, you can listen more effectively and respond in a manner that addresses the core issues rather than reacting out of frustration. Moreover, silence can prevent the escalation of conflict. Engaging in a heated exchange can often lead to a cycle of retaliation and increased hostility. By pausing and choosing not to engage in further verbal combat, you help de-escalate the situation, making it more likely for a constructive resolution to be reached. Proverbs 17:27 reminds us, "The one who has knowledge uses words with restraint, and whoever has understanding is even-tempered." This verse reflects the notion that wisdom and understanding often manifest in our ability to speak with restraint and maintain composure. 2. When being provoked. When faced with provocation, where someone deliberately tries to irritate or agitate you, responding with silence can be one of the most powerful ways to diffuse the situation. This approach not only helps to maintain peace, but also prevents the conflict from escalating. Provocation is often a tactic used to elicit a reaction, and engaging with such provocations can easily lead to a heated exchange and heightened conflict. In Proverbs 19:11, it is written, "A person's wisdom yields patience. It is to one's glory to overlook an offense." This verse underscores the value of patience and the wisdom in overlooking provocations. When you remain silent in the face of deliberate attempts to provoke, you deprive the provocateur of the response they seek, thereby neutralizing their power to disturb your peace. Moreover, silence in response to provocation can reflect strength and self-control. By choosing not to react immediately, you exhibit restraint and self-discipline, demonstrating that you are not easily swayed by provocations. Ultimately, responding to provocation with silence can also serve as a means of protecting your own peace of mind. Just as the eagle rises above the storm, your silence can help you maintain inner calm and clarity, preventing the disturbance from affecting your well-being. Proverbs 12:16 highlights this, saying, Fools show their annoyance at once, but the prudent overlook an insult. This verse suggests that true wisdom lies in being able to rise above provocations without allowing them to disrupt your tranquility. 3. In the presence of gossip. Gossip is a form of communication that can quickly spiral out of control, causing harm to reputations and fostering discord. Proverbs 16:28 warns, "A perverse person stirs up conflict, and a gossip separates close friends." This verse highlights how gossip not only creates conflict, but also damages relationships. By remaining silent, you prevent yourself from becoming a part of this destructive cycle and preserve the trust and respect of those around you. Consider the behavior of an eagle when faced with a storm. While other birds might get caught up in the chaos, the eagle chooses to rise above the storm, using its strength and vision to soar higher. Similarly, when confronted with gossip, maintaining silence is akin to the eagle's approach. You rise above the negativity rather than being drawn into it. This approach helps you avoid becoming entangled in the storm of rumors and unkind words, allowing you to maintain your dignity and integrity. Engaging with gossip, whether by participating or defending yourself, often exacerbates the situation. Proverbs 26:20 teaches, "Without wood a fire goes out. Without a gossip a quarrel dies down." This implies that gossip thrives on engagement and attention. By remaining silent, you effectively starve the gossip of the fuel it needs to spread, thereby diminishing its impact and helping to quell the unrest. Moreover, silence in the face of gossip reflects a commitment to maintaining your own integrity. Proverbs 4:24 advises, "Keep your mouth free of perversity. Keep corrupt talk far from your lips." This guidance emphasizes the importance of avoiding negative and harmful speech, suggesting that silence can be a means of adhering to this principle. By choosing not to engage with gossip, you protect your own character and avoid participating in the harm of others. Remaining silent also demonstrates self-control and wisdom. James 1:19 counsels, "Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak and slow to become angry." This wisdom applies to gossip as well. By listening and refraining from speaking negatively or defensively, you exercise control over your words and actions. This restraint allows you to navigate the situation with grace and avoids contributing to the spread of falsehoods or negativity. 4. When you lack full understanding. When faced with situations where you lack full understanding, choosing silence can be a wise and prudent approach. Speaking out without adequate knowledge often leads to misinformation and misunderstandings, whereas remaining silent allows you the time to gather more information and develop a more informed perspective. Consider the analogy of an eagle soaring high above the landscape. The eagle's keen vision from great heights allows it to see things clearly and make informed decisions about its actions. Similarly, when you lack a complete understanding of a situation, silence allows you to gain a broader and clearer perspective before making any statements or judgments. This thoughtful approach helps ensure that your contributions are based on accurate information rather than incomplete or erroneous details. Proverbs 18:13 provides guidance on this matter. To answer before listening, that is folly and shame. This verse underscores the folly of speaking out before fully understanding a situation. Offering opinions or making decisions without all the facts can lead to errors and misunderstandings, much like an eagle that attempts to fly before assessing the conditions might falter. By remaining silent, you avoid the trap of premature judgments and allow yourself the opportunity to fully grasp the context and details. Another relevant scripture is Proverbs 15:28, "The heart of the righteous weighs its answers, but the mouth of the wicked gushes evil." This verse emphasizes the importance of thoughtful consideration before speaking. Righteousness involves carefully weighing information and responses, whereas impulsive speech can result in harm. Silence serves as a means to reflect and evaluate the situation comprehensively, ensuring that any contributions you make are grounded in understanding and wisdom. In situations where you lack understanding, premature statements can lead to the spread of misinformation. Proverbs 12:18 states, "The words of the reckless pierce like swords, but the tongue of the wise brings healing." Reckless words, based on incomplete knowledge, can cause significant harm and perpetuate confusion. By choosing silence, you prevent yourself from inadvertently contributing to misinformation and allow yourself to speak with healing and clarity once you have a fuller grasp of the facts. Moreover, silence allows you time to seek further information and insight. Proverbs 2:2-6 encourages seeking wisdom and understanding, turning your ear to wisdom and applying your heart to understanding. Indeed, If you call out for insight and cry aloud for understanding, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. This scripture highlights the importance of actively seeking knowledge and understanding before making informed statements or decisions. By remaining silent initially, you create space for this pursuit of deeper insight. 5. During sensitive conversations. In conversations involving sensitive or personal topics, choosing silence can often be the most respectful and empathetic response. When someone is sharing deeply personal or emotional information, your silence provides them with a space they need to express their feelings fully, without the immediate pressure of receiving advice or opinions. Consider the behavior of an eagle when it encounters a storm. While many birds might seek shelter or become flustered by the storm's intensity, the eagle remains poised, soaring above the turbulence with a calm and focused demeanor. Similarly, in sensitive conversations, your calm and attentive silence allows you to rise above the immediate impulse to offer advice or interject, much like the eagle rising above the storm. Proverbs 25:11 beautifully illustrates the power of well-timed words. Like apples of gold in settings of silver is a ruling rightly given. This verse highlights how thoughtful, well-considered responses are valuable and appropriate, especially in delicate situations. When someone shares personal matters, your immediate response may not always be the most helpful. Instead, listening attentively and withholding judgment until the person has fully expressed themselves can be more beneficial and respectful. In sensitive conversations, silence acts as a form of empathy. Proverbs 18:13 warns, "To answer before listening, that is folly and shame." This teaching emphasizes that responding before fully understanding the other person's situation can be unwise. By choosing to listen silently, you demonstrate respect for their feelings and ensure that you comprehend their perspective fully before offering any feedback. This approach not only validates their experience, but also helps you respond more thoughtfully when the time is right. Moreover, remaining silent during these moments aligns with the principle of bearing one another's burdens. Galatians 6:2 states, "Carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ." By providing a listening ear and allowing the person to speak freely, you are helping to lighten their emotional load. Your silence shows that you are present and supportive, which can be incredibly comforting during times of distress. In addition, silence can foster a deeper connection and trust between you and the other person. Proverbs 20:5 says, "The purposes of a person's heart are deep waters, but one who has insight draws them out." This verse suggests that by being a considerate and attentive listener, you create an environment where deeper, more meaningful conversations can occur. Your silence encourages the person to open up more, knowing they have your full attention and understanding. In conclusion, during sensitive conversations, choosing silence can be the most respectful and empathetic response. It mirrors the eagle's calm presence during a storm, allowing for a more measured and considerate engagement. Silence shows respect for the other person's feelings, aligns with biblical teachings on thoughtful communication, and fosters deeper emotional connections. By listening attentively and providing space for the person to express themselves, you offer support and understanding in a way that is both honoring and nurturing.
I see what you're saying, Pastor. I didn't think of it that way before. Maybe I let my emotions get the best of me.
It's understandable. We all have moments where our emotions take over. But it's important to remember that not every battle is worth fighting with words. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is to rise above the situation, just like the eagle.
I'm sorry, Pastor. I let my frustration cloud my judgment. I see now that I could have handled the situation better. Thank you for these great lessons. I'll do my best to keep them in mind going forward.
You're growing, and that's what matters. We all learn as we go. Just remember, wisdom often comes from knowing when to speak and when to remain silent. I'm proud of you for being open to learning and for your willingness to do better.
Thank you, Pastor. I really appreciate your guidance. I'll strive to rise above the storms from now on. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.